Hello, Aquarius. It is your turn. You are up to bat. You are number 10, 12 this go round for this, your mid-May general reading. Mid-Mays are like flying by. Like before we know it, the year's going to be half over. And Aquarius, how you been? How you been doing? I hope you're all in a place of comfort and joy and abundance at present time. We're going to be looking to tarot, as always, to reveal any stuck energies, reveal any hidden messages, and healing messages that can come about for Aquarius Ascendant, Aquarius Sun and Moon, or even just, strength flipped out. Any Aquariuses that are just feeling like they need to get into the gym and get those gains going on. Any Aquarius that might be in your life. But thanks for stopping in and checking it out. We'll just touch briefly on the Strength card, Aquarius. It speaks for itself, really. Are we in a position here where we can help other people? This is when the Strength card maxes out on its own. When you reach a certain plateau, and you can feel it in your physical self or your emotional being, where you know you're strong, you know you're feeling on top of your game. This is when Source, this is when the universe really asks you, okay, is your cup overflowing? Are you able to share now? Are you able to help somebody out? Are you out for your own personal gain, or your gains in a position where now you can help uplift somebody else in your environment? Okay, I just felt that was a relevant message for somebody out there that this message was reaching. And on that topic, these messages are reaching a lot more people now. And I really appreciate all your thumbs up, thumbs down, and your comments. And I want to let you guys know that anything you want to comment on, I read them all. I'm running out of time to reply to them all because they're growing so much. But I will go in and give them a little thumbs up or a little red heart because I want you guys to know that I am reading them all. And keep the comments coming. If there's anything you want to see, any additional blogs, anything you like or don't like about the readings, just let me know. It helps me become a better reader just because they're not personal readings, they're general readings for many people. And I'm just so glad that you guys are connecting with them. I couldn't do it without you, right? Otherwise I'd just be talking to this wall hanging and be like, oh, I wonder who's behind there, right? That kind of thing. So thanks for being you. Thanks for being there. Thanks for setting your intention on the reading. Whatever your question is, let's look at the overall energy. Is a Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we've got a Court card up here. Someone moving through their emotional being. Someone that is evaluating their position and how they feel about a situation. If we want to look at Knight of Cups, I got a sneeze coming on. I've got to let you know it might just happen. I don't put any edits in my videos unless my camera dies or my phone rings, but I got a sneeze coming on. It might just come. It might not. Knight of Cups. So just bless you, Knight of Cups. Thanks for being here. Maybe that's all I needed to say. Thanks for giving us the guidance to know that it's important for Aquarius to remain in touch with their emotional side. Sometimes I feel like Aquarius might get too caught up in their positioning, in chasing down their dreams and running down their dreams and in getting everything that brings them fulfillment into their environment, that sometimes they stop to smell the roses. Sometimes they stop to consider how are they actually feeling about this situation, especially if it comes in terms of relationships. So how are you feeling about a certain person in your life? How is that person feeling against you? Are the energies, loving energies, being generated, received, and sent out in ways that are amicable to both people involved? Knight of Cups is usually pretty sure about how they're feeling, but they sometimes have the risk of taking it too far. They have the risk of getting involved head over heels a little bit too quickly. So there it was, guys. Knight of Cups wants to, if there's a person in your environment, you could be dealing with relationships with water signs at this time, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Right? This could be somebody that is in your energy that you have a relationship with or that you are inquiring about, want to know. There's some water energy there in that reading. Okay. I'm not sick. I don't know if that's a seasonal allergy or if just the Knight of Cups hasn't popped up in so long and maybe some dust on that card. One thing I want to mention here, I got some comments of being like, could you do a video about what red flags to look for when searching for a good reader? And I just want to let you guys know that if you're looking for personal readings, I would go actually to somebody in person. I mean, online gradings are great. Like, check out my featured channels. Those are individuals that definitely are going to be able to get in touch with you. I believe, like, through the ether, through the internet. I always recommend, though, for like the most profound personal readings, to energy share with the reader sitting across the table for you. Anytime you're looking at readers that are like constantly sick, that is a red flag. If you have somebody that's like, I've got the flu or I'm not just feeling well all the time, how is that person really, you want that to let that person into your energy if they're constantly sick? It's something that you want to watch out for and be careful of when you're discerning tarot readers, okay? And if you are a tarot reader watching this, sometimes we just have to put the cards away for a little while and get feeling better, and then we can get up and be more impactful as readers. That's just my feeling, my position on it. I don't know why that's come up. There was a brief message about that from someone in the comments section that wanted to know about that. I'm not going to go into huge detail about it. Maybe I'll do a video in the future about it. But for some reason, that could have been a message that somebody really wanted to hear, that tuned in. Every molecule in its place, right? Now we've got another night down in our root chakra. Sorry, we're going to jump right into it. I'm all over the map after this Mercury retrograde. This thing of videos are like 45 minutes long. I just feel like I've got so much I want to say, talk to you guys about, and thanks for being patient, bearing with me. So right into your cards here, Aquarius. We've got Knight of Swords now, and he's reversed. So this is typical of what you guys are going through right now, especially on the day-to-day level. I think Aquarians they're applying the metaphorical brakes, 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 like your car brakes, to this situation, any situation that's about. They're actually slowing down to be like, whoa, I've been giving her for the last 4 or 5 months. I've really been on a roll. I've really been putting my best foot forward. Some of you may be like learning new things. Some of you may be like capitalizing on projects. Some of you may be like representing yourself or your ideas to larger people, making money, creating new ideas, getting involved in new things. And the Knight of Swords is showing like this energy is slowing now. And a lot of Aquarians are with it. They're actually, it is a good time to apply the brakes, to be like, okay, let's check in with our loved ones around us and see where they're at. Do we have time to make it out to the family reunion? Do we have time to reconnect with mom and dad? Or do we have time to like take the kids where they really want to go, or have the kids back for a weekend or whatever it might be, right? Knight of Swords is slowing down, like Ferdinand the Bull stopping to smell the rose kind of thing, right? Rushing around so much, and then when Knight of Swords comes up, it's like, let's stop for a minute. Let's make sure the things that we're hearing, the things that we're saying, the things that we're doing, and the activities we're engaged in are really serving us, okay? So that's internalizing it for you. If we want to look at this now as more people in our environment, right, we'll take it with this Knight of Cups. We may have another air sign that's involved here, a Gemini, Libra, or another Aquarius here, where we've stopped we've recognized something in somebody in our environment that is really reminding us of ourselves, and reminding us that when we are interacting or involved with other people, that Source truly intends that to be a mirror. So all of our relationships are at some level a point of self-improvement. And how do we improve ourselves as we interact with this person in terms of a relationship? So when I see Knight of Swords reversed here, what I want to say is like, it's a good time for you to really have longer conversations with people you're in relationships with. Bounce ideas off them. Be receptive and listen to what they have to say. And as well, you may be finding yourself that you're inspired, but you're unable to move forward on certain things because you already have so much on the go, which is kind of like the catch-22 for Aquarius. It's like, okay, we're going to slow down for a minute. We're going to catch our breath. And then when you do that, you're like, oh my goodness, that is so awesome. I never even realized, I never even considered that. I want to do that. I'm going to go and do that. But it's like, wait a minute, you got 5 other things here on the go, bud. And you're not like, what are you going to do about those things, right? Or that person or those relationships, okay? So Knight of Swords, we're going to be slowing down, enjoying our food, enjoying our walks in the evening, that sort of energy surrounding you. So it's really good to have, really good. What's going on? Court cards, court cards, court cards. Now we've got King of Wands reversed. All right, so let's internalize first. With court cards, my subscribers know we do both an internal and an external application to court cards. First, the internal with King of Wands. Let's look at time management. Let's look at our own project management and our own development. Are we happy with the disciplines we are exuding over ourselves? Are we letting certain health aspects slide in order for some sort of momentary, not monetary, but momentary gain, like instant gratification? That's what they call it. Like, are we like kind of like going back on, our original like health goals for some instant gratification on certain things? Like, this could be like hanging out with the friends, going out partying on the weekend with a social group, things like that. Just kind of like and not being as regimented or as disciplined as we're normally used to being, okay? In regards to like maybe some of your projects are really close to being completed, Aquarius, and now like you felt this energy slow down and you might have said, okay, well, we're a few steps from being done. I can back off a little bit. This is to me the card of tying up loose ends if we can, which with it showing up in this creative position, right? And some of you as well could be feeling a bit of a lack of passion towards a person that you have been involved with. Maybe you're just not feeling quite as, what's the word I'm looking for? Giddy, randy, horny. You might just be feeling like as we've applied those brakes, your nervous system has also kind of just been like, okay, let's just settle down a little bit. Like maybe some of you are feeling some serious spring fever and want to like, really get passionate and engaged with your lover. And then that energy is kind of passing as well too. If your lover is being distant or if you are being distant from your lover, it's okay at this time. Don't look into it any deeper than it may just be like kind of out of a rhythm, out of a circadian rhythm, like kind of sometimes our sexual prowess, if you will, it's cyclical with the moon, right? It's very kind of up and down, literally and metaphorically for you guys out there. It does travel in cycles as well. It's a biorhythm. It's a biological cycle. Full moon in Scorpio coming up here, you may find that like one day you're absolutely feeling like being a super cuddle bug to your partner, and then the next day you're kind of like, I wish you would kind of like go do your own thing for a little while. And that's okay. This is kind of you just kind of like coming to terms with how you're managing that and how you're communicating that with your partner and those sorts of things. If we want to look at this as a person, another person in our environment, there could be someone that is wanting to get a hand into our projects, into our things. This could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo person, or even someone just with a lot of fire in their charts that is kind of up in your business. This is somebody that kind of is like the proverbial know-it-all. They like, even it's kind of transparent, but it's like, what? Well, I know how to do this, and I know how to do that. When it's like, clearly by the way you're fumbling about, you don't know what you're doing here, and why are you trying to get involved in my project? This might be a friend of yours. This might be just like an acquaintance, or this somebody is somebody that's gotten very excited about what you are doing, and they're just kind of sticking their nose in your business a little bit potentially. All right, maybe to learn more while at the same time trying to tell you that they're the master of that situation when clearly they're not. Okay, King of Wands there on both sides of that coin. Let's see if we can get some more core cards. Let's see if the whole reading will come up. Oh, thank goodness. Three of Pentacles reversed in solar plexus. One of the other signs got this too, and I think it was a fire sign actually. That somebody, there's going to be crossover now on this reading, especially for somebody. I just feel this card coming up here in this position where it might have been Leo that had it. I can't remember. Anyways, let's look into it and say, what's going on here at work that's causing you to shift gears? Has your task changed? Has your team changed? Is there this again, completion of projects and on to the next project, the Three of Pentacles reversed. That is the overall theme here, is like we're putting the finishing touches on things, but we are also in the process of already getting ready for what is coming next. But it's like a dynamic change. It's like a fluid dynamic change of like maybe the people involved in the next project are going to change, or maybe your approach needs to change, or maybe you're going to be doing things in such a way now where you will be receiving your due credit, your just dues for that sort of thing. For some of you, I feel that there could have been situations where this is where the crossover comes in. There was romantic relationships with somebody at work that has caused a reorganization of people. There might have been a manager that needed to step in or an HR person involved with. There might have been a situation where business and pleasure kind of got entangled with one another, and somebody had to step in to sort that out because maybe other people were feeling butthurt about that situation to begin with. It's just a feeling I have with Three of Pentacles reversed here. It's not a bad energy. This is just like, in Aquarius, you guys are shining examples in when you guys are in the workforce. I feel you guys are shining examples to your team members, your colleagues, and the people around you. Be very careful not to lose what am I saying? Integrity with your coworkers and the people around you. They tend to realize that you shine, but when you shine, you are also putting yourself in a place where other people are more apt, more wanting to judge your mistakes because you do things so well. So don't be aware of anybody that's trying to pick you apart, is the feeling again I have with this Three of Pentacles. Watch for harmonious teamwork situations at work to maybe be a little less harmonious, or you may find that certain people are changing. The dynamics of the project are changing at this time, okay? Three of Pentacles. What could this mean on a more mundane level for Aquarius? Why is Three of Pentacles reversed up in the solar plexus? The gut instinct, right? This is what we feel in the gut. And we've got for a mundane clarifier, Four of Cups. So some of you may just be feeling like you're tired of your situation. You're tired of the people that you see when you clock in every day. You're longing for a change. You're looking for a change. You're looking for the next best thing. You want to move on. You want maybe some of you are kind of adverse to the energy slowing down around you, this little break, this little rest that you need. You may be feeling a little bit conflicted that it's like, oh, I'm not getting anything done. I'm not used to this, like having to slow down, or maybe wait for other people, or wait for a certain boss or a manager to give you a green light, a go ahead that you can go ahead and start something brand new that you're really passionate about or that you really want to be doing, right? And others of you may feel like, okay, there's this sense of mastery that goes along with your emotions, and you may be at a stage right now in your emotional well-being, because we have this Knight of Cups. The Knights move through their element, so this is somebody moving through their emotional understandings. And we have Four of Cups up here for this clarifier. Maybe some of you are realizing here that maybe good, passionate, loving relationships doesn't always necessarily mean that you're overall compatible with the person. You may have to be establishing certain boundaries in your relationships to make sure that the emotions stay in harmony, because too much of a good thing can sometimes lead to a bad taste, right? It's like, oh, you may absence makes the heart grow fonder. Some of you may be feeling like you're too close to someone, and you're just like wishing, like I said, if they would go their own way for a little while, you could renew some passion, some emotion in regards to that situation. And if there is this crossover from this other sign that I'm feeling that some Aquarians were involved in a work situation where they were entangled up with a fire sign on the work scene. Some of you are finding it just might be too much. Like, you spend 8 hours a day with them at work. Do you really want to spend another 8 hours with them at night, right? Or does this dynamic have to shift? Does this dynamic have to change? Would you become bored with this person, if that situation is there? And again, here's this situation, this is really weird, of this little mousey like coming and sticking his nose in something that you're passionate about, this project, this one cup here that you're really favoring, that you really want to be yours, to put your signature on it, but somebody's just in there like nibbling away at it, being like, no, I'm part of it. I want it to be part. Don't forget me, I remember I told you this, or I helped you out with that. I'm not sure what that is all about, but like, apply it to your situation. Let's move on. Into the heart chakra. Oh, my favorite. Page of Wands reversed. I haven't seen her at all through any of the signs. And she's up here in the reversal. And the pages always bring a message. So this is firm footing in your heart. Do you have firm footing in your heart and in your emotions? Okay. Is distance with family upsetting you or causing you to wonder or be concerned? Are relationships making you feel a little bit less grounded than you normally are? We didn't have an overall good card. Well, Yeah, not overall best grounding energy with Knight of Swords reverse. Like things are slowing down, which is nice to get grounded, but for some people it can really like make them feel confused, and which is like a little bit less grounding. So Page of Wands is asking you, okay, you've done so much now. You've gone on so many journeys, on so many adventures. What is it now that can stabilize you, that can bring you into a place of inner harmony, that is long term, that is consistent, that is going to be with you and a part of you no matter where you go, or wherever you're going to be in life, or whatever you're doing. You may be whittling down certain passions, certain projects. Again, this may be you managing your projects where you're like, okay, I've been there, I've done that, I got the t-shirt, I don't need to do that anymore. So that eliminates one thing that you've mastered that you maybe don't need to bring back into this particular stage period of your life, or this lifetime as a whole. And now you can focus on the other three things that you've got up that you're really wanting to do, or in terms of a relationship, okay? Page of Wands in the heart chakra area could also mean that there may be a needingness to let loose. You guys have an awesome ability to like really just like turn on the love light, or the, what do they call, the life of the party. You guys can really be the life of the party when you set your intention on it. And maybe the feeling is that we're looking or longing to get some inspiration back into that. We're wanting to put some smiles on people's faces. We're wanting that to be important to us, right? That's could be a key. We're just asking for a little bit of esoteric clarity on why Page of Wands is up in the heart. Okay? Sometimes I have to say it before it kicks the card. Oh, look, a little child, a little baby, right? Okay. So, single moms and single dads out there, don't worry. Don't worry. When your child is in your heart, your child thrives, because love is the connective tissue. Sorry, I'm tearing up here. Sometimes it gets empathic, right? But I'm mostly an intuitive reader, but sometimes it hits empathically. Love is the connective tissue that promotes growth, expansion, creativity, and all the things that we want to bring about in our life. When there is a child involved in your situation, the Page of Wands wants to tell you that if you are like a single mom or a single dad, and you may not get to see your child all the time, that you don't have to be worried. You can express your emotion, the fact that you miss them, you can't maybe be with them all the time, or the fact that you can empathize with your child that they maybe don't have the other there right now, that it's like the family structure might have like broken down in the past. But be involved from a standpoint of love, to know that the child is adaptable and the child is very aware of things that you can't even see. You can't even be aware. You can't even be in touch with the things that your child is aware of, because you've been conditioned to close that part of your mind off, right? You were there as a guide, you were there as a teacher, you were there as their mother and father to give them the security, all of the things that are going to keep them safe around that. But that inner world, that inner knowingness that the child has, that everything is going to be okay, is what you need to take, and knowing that there is no need to worry. It's okay to be emotional, but you have to realize and know that your child is okay at all the time, as long as the love is present, all right? And don't worry, if you are at a discord with maybe the father of your child, for younger viewers, it could be this person. For older viewers, it could be this person. And maybe there's certain demands or certain scheduling things that are going on that's causing you things to be at a little bit of disharmony right now, and you are worried or you're upset for the child, then you have to just kind of know that it's going to be okay. And sometimes, no matter what it is that we're working on, these children, they are first, whether we accept that or not. They are closer to source, and you can learn so much from that if you just kind of let down your guard, let down your defenses, your armor, and maybe finding your inner child. Maybe that's what the Page of Wands wants you to do in this slowing down period. It wants you to find out what it was that inspired you as a child, or when you were closely connected to your heart. and 2 source, right? Because this type of love is like the unconditional sort. This is like I don't care about the 9 to 5. I don't care about the evening news. I don't care about any of it, right? None of it is important. It's all fleeting. It all goes away in the end. So, what are we striving for? What are we working for here, right? And for some Aquarians, I feel that this is a big division. This is like hitting deep down in heart chakra, right? You know, be in touch with children and childlike activities and playfulness to get the heart chakra open. For some Aquarians, this has happened, but for some Aquarians, your heart chakra may be just quite closed. You may be living an illusion that your heart chakra is open, but it isn't. It's entirely closed off. Okay, I'm moving on. That's not how I wanted to feel, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll work through it, okay? We might see what the capstone has to relate back to this. Because, like, look at this. The 9 of Cups, the signifier, and the overall energy was like, we are moving through our emotions. We need to be in touch with our emotions. We need to be having these heartfelt moments with ourselves and with others. And if we're not, then what the hell are you doing in the first place, right? Kind of thing. All right, moving on. If I can, move on. All right. The Hangman, number 12 major. You know, I can't let my emotions show. You know, I'm a guy, dude. I like a guy. Sorry for my dirty hands. I was re-gripping my golf clubs and tuning up my brakes. So I gotta be tough and strong, right? Okay, back to you, Aquarius. Sorry for the interlude and my wacky brain going all out of control. We've got the Hangman up in your communication sector, throat chakra, okay? So the Hangman for me is the card of fated activity, things that are fated, things that, like, when angels and spirit are watching you, you get this sense like you're moving into a place that feels almost like you've been there before. The Hangman can have deja vu type feelings. Somebody could trigger you with something they say or something that they do that is going to be like, this person reminds me of somebody. This situation, I've been here before. I know what this is about. And the throat chakra is really connecting heart to the upper 2 chakras, right? The ether, they call that, I think, is the element of the throat chakra. And this is like when we pull sounds out of air, even like nowadays Wi-Fi travels through like this 5th dimensional like essence of like, it's not me, it's not the candle, it's the space between the candle. That is where everything is happening, right? It's like this kind of energy that may be awakening your heart to what source is wanting to show you. So if you're triggered by certain things, words, even a joke or a laughter that makes you kind of feel or think a certain way, it's going to be kind of important to know what it is that kind of is reoccurring in your life, things that like patterns of people or patterns of situations, the ebb and flow, and what is it that the universe is trying to tell you. And I would encourage you to actively ask your angels and your spirit guides, like, now that the energy is slowing down around us and we're moving through these emotions, like, what am I supposed to do? You know, the beginning mantra for meditators, right? Like, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, what is the true essence, right? So when we're moving through this energy, we've got to kind of get in touch with ourselves. I think some self-talk in terms of questioning self will be a theme for these last 2 weeks in April. Ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself what you want to know. Make sure that, if the tarot cards and, readings, online readings are telling you one thing, make sure you take a few minutes after these and be like, is that right for me? Where am I going? What do I want, right? And as well, if you're in a relationship, if you've got these people around you, Aquarius, you're great communicators, right? So let's talk to them. Let's talk to them about their long-term plans. Like, tell this person, like, how come How come you're not talking to me as much anymore? How come we're having trouble, communicating consistently? And then you ask this person, why are you all up in my business? Or why are you changing plans on me all willy-nilly and not taking my feelings into consideration, right? Why is this so one-sided, right? We ask the person that question. Just so then it's not feeling as faded, right? Because this is in the communication. And then we ask this person, perhaps our lover, it's like, do you love me? Where do you see this relationship in 6 months or 2 years or 5 years? Having these kinds of conversations will eliminate any kind of faded feeling like things could go south or sideways at the drop of a dime sort of thing, right? And have this, if this is a person in your environment too, if this is a young fire sign, so I got so involved in the internal workings of this card, we forgot to discuss this fact that this child could be like one of your children could be like a fire sign, a Sagittarius, a Leo too. Let's talk to our kids, right? Like I mentioned earlier, and be like, you know what? No matter what you're feeling, eventually it will change. Things are never bad forever. Things get better, and sometimes challenges come along. Take your wisdom, reduce it down to something that your child can understand, and then have that conversation again. And it may involve you writing it down. Like, you can't like kind of directly go out and tell a child about fate and destiny and, the law of attraction and expect them to respond to it. You really need to like break it down into like recognizing where they're at, put it in terms that they can understand. And you might actually have to do it on pen and paper first, okay? That kind of advice. I'm not a certified psychologist. I do not want any of you to like do anything like if you're having trouble issues with children that are emotional, or if you're very emotional or things are unstable, go seek out some help. I just wanted to throw that little disclaimer in there. Like, this is just like for entertainment purposes. Like the tarot, sometimes it just goes so heavy and so deep that the message comes out, but I always have to put on it like I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist. If you are concerned about the well-being of your child or the well-being of a relationship between you, a partner, and the child, go out and seek some professional counseling. This is not to serve as that, okay? Now, we've got lovers reversed. So, and this is in the pineal gland. So yeah, this is situations where like family structure may have broken down when there were children involved. And for some of you, this is the first time you've encountered this type of energy. You don't know maybe where to go, who to turn to, what you should be feeling. And if you are like maybe angry, at the other person, and like the child is torn in between, like a divorce or a separation type issue, maybe there's a new stepmom or a new stepdad on the other side, and, it's like causing disruption and that sort of thing. You have to let love prevail. Love needs to be the guiding force. Like I said before, it's the connective tissue that holds it all together. Sometimes we have to kill the egoic beast inside of us to allow love to flourish around us, even if it doesn't involve us. We have to become part of the backdrop sometimes and swallow our pride and say, well, this doesn't involve me on this level. This is something that just needs to play out. This is something that is like my child needs to have a relationship with the other partner involved here. And I can't control that, what that is. I have to allow for that. Love needs to be a part. If the other partner is like, if you have serious concerns, like I said, seek help, legal assistance, professional, medical, mental health issues, go see those people for help. But if this lover's reverse is a serious trust issue with a partner and another child, that sort of thing, you will want to go through those avenues. Do not delay in terms of getting that done if you're feeling or sensing that is the issue. But be careful just to catch yourself. If somebody in this situation is just a little bit narcissistic and they piss you off from time to time, don't get vengeful and say, well, I'm going to reduce visiting time or parenting time or anything like that of that nature. We need to grow up. We need to move on and past that. You guys created a child together. You did what you needed to do together, and that is the important message here. Okay? Aquarius, I don't know how this reading got so deep so fast, but it sure did. Holy crapola. Now, lovers reversed as well. This could be a divine connection to source. Some of you could just be going in on like, what is love? What does love mean? Where is love supposed to be guiding me? Or is my understanding of the world, and is my understanding of the way things are supposed to be guiding me? And to what level are you finding that balance? And to what level are you trusting yourself? And to what level are you in denial about your own happiness? Is it the things around you that is bringing you happiness? Is it the people around you that's bringing you happiness? Can you look in the mirror and feel confident and happy? Or are you ashamed of a part of yourself that you are trying to cover up, or you're trying not to look at? And just hoping, that it will go away, right? We have to love. I can't go into that. I think I might do a separate YouTube channel which gets into some of this stuff, but right now we just have to keep it general. We have to keep it open for everybody involved. Aquarius, this is heavy hitting stuff, and now we've got the Hermit reverse. Okay, so I think therefore I am. Who am I? What am I doing here? What is my life's purpose? Does my life have meaning? Where was I created from? Where is my inner child? Where are the things and the information that I used to know? Where are the smiles that used to be upon my face as a child? Where have those energies gone? What of this has been predestined? What of this has been fated to bring me to this moment in time? And I am going to go into this briefly now because the Hermit is here. The Hermit is saying, okay, every step, every mistake, every success, every sunrise, every sunset, every kiss, every handshake, every F you, I'm out of here. Everything leads you to this particular moment in space and time. Okay, you're watching this YouTube video, so that's where you are. Wherever you go, that's where you are. And when you're done watching this video, you're going to go do something else. You're going to watch another video. So every molecule is in its place. Every decision, every action, and the equal and opposite reaction that has occurred has led you to this moment in space and time. And part of you takes a deep breath, and you know that that's what it's all about. You know that that's why you're there, that that's why you're hearing this, and that's why you're experiencing this, that, and the other thing. And it will continue to be that way, right? So the decisions we're making, right, inevitably you can choose to look down the road and say, well, that could lead here, that could lead there, that could lead there. But it would be like kicking yourself in the pants with your heel or your boot all day long. It's like you can't really live life that way. But there needs to be that certain understanding of that is the way it is. So we can never feel too guilty about a situation. We can never feel too secure in the arms of another person. At some point we know that at the end of the day, we got to get up, we got to get down to business with what's in our heart and what's in ourself, because we don't want 60 or 80 years to fly by and have nothing, absolutely nothing to show for it, and no new knowledge attained. Otherwise, Hermit and Source is going to say, you know what, well, what the heck did you learn? What did you experience that made you any wiser than when you came into this world as an innocent child and truly connected to Source? Now you're an old man. What were you able to return to this feeling of unconditional love? Did you figure it out? Did you understand? Or did you just blather through everybody in conflict and collecting material wealth and, doing your own thing all the time when all these people had a message for you? They wanted to enlighten you or show you something about yourself, okay? Sorry, I'm not your dad. I didn't mean to get into it on that level, but that's where this reading went. And that's a Hermit reversed up in your crown chakra energy. Wow, Aquarius, God, universe, Source, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, Brahma, Lao Tzu, Confucius, everybody. Source has got a message for you guys, right? And you might have heard part of it here. Good God, this is the one that flipped, and then the other one came up over. So just have a quick peek. This is the one that really stuck, so we're going to go. We have Goblins, Moonlight, and Rescue. So, rescue me, Moonlight, from my inner goblins, right? Let's get in touch with Spirit. Let's get in touch with the finer things in life, the intangibles, right? The intangibles. If you can't see it, if you can't taste it, if you can't touch it, if you can't smell it, or if you can't hear it, that's the shit you want to pay attention to right now, okay? All that other stuff can just fly by night. It comes and it goes, right? So number 39, Protecting Treasure. This is your Oracle Capstone card from the Enchanted Map, Aquarius. Oh my God, I hope this It's under 45 minutes. Like, this is getting ridiculous here. All right. Number 39, protecting treasure. And I quote, "You are always protected and divinely directed. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level you are able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound, no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and you have no need to fear. Embrace your courage," right? This knight is on an epic journey from Rivendell to Mordor. This is like going through the gambit of all your emotional sanctity, all your emotional fears. Protecting what's important? Well, what is important is the knowledge that you have that is not based in the five senses. That is what the angels and spirit guides are beckoning you to adhere to right now while this energy is kind of slowing down as we're still moving through Taurus. Okay. And into and into Gemini, which is a very an innocent, like a very harmless, a very not naive, but it's like it's there's no it's very gentle, I guess is the word I wanted to say. That's kind of the time we're moving through Aquarius. So let's adapt to it. Know that I love you all, and we'll see you all next time.